The 2014 ITM Cup is proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery.
Ranfurly Shield Rugby back on the menu here on Saturday afternoon. The 2:30 game sees Counties Monaco taking on Hawke's Bay. The log of wood on the line. And it was September 7th, 2013 when Counties Monaco did the hit-on run on Hawke's Bay and took the shield off them in their very first defence. A 6-day tenure with the Ranfurly Shield came to an abrupt end at McLean Park. And this Hawke's Bay team turns up with revenge on the mind. Israel Dagg at fullback. Tongiak moves to the left wing. Richard Buckman on the right. Robbie Fruin and Andrew Horrell. What a midfield that is. Chris Eaton and West in the halves. Gareth Evans, Lambourne and Brendan O'Connor combine into the loose forwards with Allardyce and Abbott. A strong and formidable locking combination. Matthew Cooper joins us in commentary this afternoon. Big challenge ahead for the Magpies, Matt.
Oh, it is, and actually it's almost a game between games, isn't it? Otago have been involved, Counties Manukau, now Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay win today, they play Otago next week, so a little series within a series, isn't it? And a huge game. Hawke's Bay do well up front, they'll do very well. They'll do really well in this game today.
Counties Monaco there on the left of your screen as well as we welcome Stephen Donald to the commentary box this afternoon. And Beaver, this Counties Monaco team knew they weren't quite up to it against Otago. They got the result, but not the performance Tana Umaga was after.
No, they'll have to get that performance for Tana today. They've got two very good backlines going head-to-head this afternoon, and it's fair to say the province of Counties, we're a bit nervous about the Shield Challenge here today.
Not surprised, very evenly matched sides. Look at that backline with Pulu Tuala, Aki Lilo. Stowers moving out to the left from fullback to make room for Tim Nanai-Williams, who will captain the side today. That is a great backyard swing. There's no Osh concerns there at all. He's just jumped off a corner couch and he's right into his work. So the Magpies, there he is, Israel Dagg, Ihaya West. Two men who will be looking to orchestrate a win here today. They would dearly love to take the shield back to Napier. And that town will be buoyant next weekend anyway with test match footy at McLean Park. The All Blacks taking on Argentina. Brendan O'Connor leading them down the tunnel. Not many better tunnels in world rugby as we head to the sideline and have a catch-up with Willie Lossay.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellas. Really excited about this match as the Magpies make their way out onto the field. Look, there is a threat of rain a little bit later on, but none to speak of at this moment. Conditions at the moment ideal for running rugby. Hawke's Bay won the toss. They will receive the ball, and they're going to play left to right, as you said on your screen.
So much written about Israel Dagg this season and his, I guess, deselection from the All Blacks with Ben Smith being preferred at fullback. So for a player like this who hasn't played for his province since 2011, what's going through his mind here today? What is he trying to achieve?
Oh, he will be very excited about being back in a province he's very proud of, and you know, he's still one of the great fullbacks of world rugby, so I'm sure Counties probably weren't too happy when they saw Israel Dagg named in the Magpie side.
There is the Counties side with Tim Nanai-Williams getting his first run on start for the season. Came off the bench last week against Otago. And today, a proud moment as he leads this side out onto Eco Light Stadium. A good reception too from the fans here in Pukekohe. Bank is filling up. Might have to be a warning issued to the Hawke's Bay fans over there after last week's fun and games on the bank. Nanai-Williams, we know what he can do, ball in hand. He is elusive. His defence too over the last couple of seasons, Matthew. Real improvement there.
Oh, outstanding. I mean, he was a very good player. We know that at Super Rugby level. He's huge for this side. And Counties Manukau would take a lot out of last week, that game where they had to really work hard against Otago. That will help them. Here's our referee for today's special clash, Mike Fraser from Wellington.
Simon Brown and Nigel Bradley on the sideline with John Wright, the television match official. He will be looking at the sideline monitor. No upstairs role for TMOs and ITM Cup. Jed Robinson there on the bench today. And Onasai Alva'a with a big job in number 7. Looking after the defensive work, and they will be challenged. There's no doubt about that. Both of these sides will be looking to improve on their running stats in this competition. Neither setting the world on fire in terms of running metres and carries per game. when you consider Counties Monaco ranked 14th in that stat.
All right.
And Canterbury have run for 3 times the metres so far this competition. Underway at Ecolite Stadium, Ranfurly Shield Rugby. We welcome viewers around the world and throughout the country. It's a special brand of footy, and the challengers always throw up plenty of interesting matchups. As Ehire West has a first dig at the line, and he's taken by Bundyaki.
Advantage over. 3
out from the line as advantage comes to a close, and Israel Dag gets to test the right foot, and it's still working. Nano Williams returns fire. West is there. Israel Dag now looking to find some space early in the match. Dag grabbed the jersey, flung it back in field for Richard Buckman. And he's taken down by Johnny Carwo. Good width on the pass for Brendan O'Connor. And he makes a couple of metres. Eaton clears for West. Horror, Fruin, everyone getting an early touch. They're looking to give Tongia some space. And Ryan Tongia holds on. Tongia with a kick ahead. What a try! What a try, Magpies!
Time. TMO. John, have you got me?
Just checking.
I just want to check the grounding here, please, and advise try, no try.
Well, there it is. There's Mike Fraser's comment looking at the grounding. This is spectacular. What a start from the challengers if this gets the green light. Ryan Tongia. Let's have a look. Well, did he touch that? Did
He's
he
lost
look it forward? He's lost it forward.
Lote's called. Donald's is strangely silent on the matter.
At first glance, it looks like he's missed it, but there might be enough in it.
Yes. So you believe he's lost it forward? Okay, no control, no try. No
There's
try.
the call from John Wright
No
early
control,
in the
lost
game.
forward.
No try. Ryan Tongia adjudged to have not forced the ball.
Well, they talk about Shield Rugby. You've got to attack to win it if you're the challenger. And what a start. What a start from the Magpies. Unfortunately, it was all about control. I know we're seeing it slow down there, and they've decided to adjudicate it. No try, but Magpies in a great position.
After we engage, wait for the ball in.
Frank Halli guilty of actually missing that tackle on Fruin as well. That's where the gap was created. Good confidence builder for the midfielder for the Magpies with his first touch of the ball.
Well, first possession of the game, everyone in the Magpies backline has had a crack. So important to get those early touches.
Big concern for Counties also about is the same sort of side defence that Otago had so much gains from early last week too.
Stand up.
Yeah, you're right, Beaver. They just held, didn't they? And, gee, the speed from Hawke's Bay. Now, this will be a good part of the game, Willie, won't it? The scrum time, particularly Hawke's Bay. If they're going to win the Shield, they've got to match, and actually not match, they've got to beat Counties Manukau up front.
Yeah, well, that's where the game's going to be won and lost today. 2 star-studded backlines. There's no doubt about the quality there. But who dominates the set pieces and who wants it more in the front?
We talked about this on Thursday night with the fact that Counties Manukau don't have those backline stats that we expect from a backline of this quality, but what they are doing is they're winning the breakdowns. And that is what's been instilled in the side over the last couple of seasons. They certainly took Otago on in that game. Out of the back with the ball in hand is Jordan Taofua, and they win the penalty as Hawke's Bay trying to get the ball out with hands. So some relief for Counties Manukau after a frenetic start to this game.
Oh, that's nice play. And the man we have a look at is the number 8, Jordan Taofua. He was good last week against Otago. He stood up, and that's who they need. They need a couple of big game players here, the holders of the Ranfurly Shield, if they want to continue this tenure. There's Taofua. He knew it was going to be a risky pass, so the number 8 took it on himself just to hold the ball in.
Black, step off. Step down.
Balfolili with the throw. Johnny Carwo takes it down on the back, not straight. This is another area of concern for this Counties Manukau side. They are ranked last in the comp for line-out percentage, just 64.5% this year on their own line-out. That is not a great stat.
No, we talk about this back line and struggling to impose itself. Some of the best line out, some of the best ball you can attack from is nice line out ball, and Counties just aren't getting that at the moment, unfortunately.
Good first scrum.
Andrew Horrell in your picture. This Hawke's Bay back line features a couple of Chiefs,
Fine.
a Blue, a Highlander, a Crusader, and a Hurricane.
And an exciting Tongia, Ryan Tongia, we've seen the speed, played fullback now that Dag's in this afternoon. He goes into left wing, he's just behind Andrew Horrell there. Tongia, that you've got Fruin, you've got the blockbusting Robbie Fruin in the Magpie colours.
Crouch.
Richard Buckman has gone wide. Don't be surprised if the kick comes from Ehire West here.
Sit.
We saw them with good success on that play last week against Taranaki. And Counties Monaco have left plenty of space wide. Ehire West does it on his own. Chip ahead, Ehire needs the bounce. He's picked it up. Now the support arrives. Ball is loose though and out, calls Mike Fraser. Ronnie Raymakers goes into clean out. And Asti Tuala clears his line. Counties Monaco are absorbing plenty.
Well, the defensive line breakdown there from the scrum. Taufua, he waited, held, and during that time, West had gone.
Also smart from Hawke's Bay in their setup. They had Buckman wide, Israel Dag wide, and all of a sudden the Counties backline were looking wide, and it just loosened it off inside for West.
Good ball again, top of the line out staff, and taking it up is Andrew Horrell. Eaton digs in, gets it out quickly. Abbott, good card from Abbott. 6 out from the Counties line. Hawke's Bay denied a try early, now looking for their first legit play of the game.
Roll. Step.
Ball is there, picked up. 2 out. Again, 1-off play, Abbott stretching! Can he get it down? No, it's been stripped in the tackle, and Sherwood Stowers forces.
22.
22.
Stripped in goal. 22.
Goal 22 to Counties. Another relieving spell there for Counties Manukau. I like the way the Hawke's Bay team's playing. They're getting across the advantage line. This time they're going through. Abbott's charging. Stolen in the tackle. That's not came forward. That means 22-metre dropout.
Ray Lilo did superbly, didn't he, Coops? He's the man there you see on your screen. He ripped the ball clean. And because the Hawke's Bay player had got over the line, it brings it back to the 22. What a start by the visitors.
But 2 chances, Willie, isn't it, already in the game? And defenders, challengers, you've got to take your chances.
Ehire West takes it just on his own side of halfway, brings it back. So Israel Dag. Now the kick ahead. This one will go too far. Easy force here for Tim Nanai-Williams if he wants it. Israel Dag taking the ball and feeding Ehire West. That combination will flourish throughout the afternoon.
Just good pressure though, isn't it, Steve? And that's the problem, isn't it? The more pressure you put on the holders, Counties Manukau, they just might start to get a bit too individual.
Yeah, Counties are making a bit of a habit of starting slowly here in these Shield games, but to their credit, they're absorbing it all at the moment.
Long kick from Asti Tuala. Andrew Horrell had to backtrack inside his 22. Now he looks for the air. Fuller was coming forward. He decided to leave it for Tim Nanai-Williams, and Nanai-Williams spied half a gap. That's usually all he needs. And invited himself to take on the line. Paul Ausimanu fed it to Onosao Va'a. Taken in a 2-man tackle. Brendan Edmonds combining with Mark Abbott. And they will be penalised for not rolling away, Hawke's Bay. So some time inside the opposition half for the Steelers.
Well, Brendan O'Connor looking to go for the counter-ruck there. Let's have a look at the infringement here. Good running from Alva'a. There's the defence. He's made the tackle and he wants him to move. And you've got Edmonds there, I think, at the front there to move there. Chance for Counties Manukau to finally get inside the Hawke's Bay territory.
Pretty stiff penalty. Brendan O'Connor was counter-rucking. I thought legitimately so.
Well, this is the stat that you gave as well, Sumo. They've got to get this right. Only 64%. They need ball here in attacking positions.
1, 2, 3, 1, 1,
Alfaleni throws. Middle of the line-out stuff for Ronnie Raymakers as he feeds Alva'a. Now Pulu. Gets Bundyaki coming on his left wing as Sherwin Stowers. No real impact on that play. But good quality ball. Raymakers forced back in the tackle. Bird Gang beating up on Raymakers. Pauliasi Manu.
No
Here's the
hands,
hit.
no hands.
Tackle of Edmonds and O'Connor. Again, O'Connor goes sniffing around for a counter-ruck opportunity as Alva'a comes in for some.
Bayani released.
Not held on the ground, released the ball, got back up. That's clever play from the veteran 7. They swing it back on a second man, and now Ray Lilo. Understand he's back to the Hurricanes this year after a season with the Crusaders. Pulu feeds it up for Taufua, who goes straight over the top of Allardyce. The continuity was there for the Steelers, but then a loose carry, and they've turned over the ball again. Although there's still a scrap, and Manu has it back. Good fight from the Steelers at the breakdown. Firth thought he was going to get the ball, instead it's Tuala. Offloaded, now it's Firth in the game. 4 metres out from the Hawke's
He's off his
Bay
feet
line,
there, will come back.
Well, that's a sign of a good team, isn't it? Counties Manukau under the pump early in the game, 10 minutes into the game. It's been all Hawke's Bay. And penalise the Hawke's Bay side. They'll get the first chance to put some points on the board.
Yeah, take it back to the set piece as well, fellas. Not accurate in their first line out. They adjusted it, they got it right, and then they just showed a bit of patience as well. Here's Taufua into contact there. This is where the referee says that someone's, well, that's stolen legally, no problem with that at all, but then the infringement happens straight after that.
Noticeable at that line out too. Obviously County's been struggling. They went to a 6-man line out. As soon as they got down into the territory of Hawke's Bay, teams will often reduce the numbers when their line out's struggling, just try and make it a bit easier for them to win the ball.
Kicking at 67%. Tuala, a new position for him. Played a lot of club rugby, Steve Donald mentioned to me this year. And he's the man in charge of steering Counties Manukau around and in charge of trying to get the first 3 points in the Shield clash.
Tuala gives it a good old-fashioned chip. That'll do. 3 points in the bag for the Steelers. They lead the Shield game 3 points to 0.
Probably a good chance of the growth of Counties Manukau. This is their 7th defence. First time they've ever held the Ranfurly Shield. Defence number 7. And just a growing maturity, Scotty, in the way that they're playing their game.
They've never lost the Ranfurly Shield, put it that way. If they get through this one, Canterbury next callers. Hawke's Bay will have Otago, and if Otago won it from Hawke's Bay, if they won this game, would then have a challenge against Waikato, and the Shield could end up where it started last season. That would be a case of perfect symmetry. Israel Dagg takes it in the field of play. Ehire West is there in support. Wide ball from Israel, and that one has gone real high. Coming for to take it with Stowers. Couldn't. Now forward. Johnny Carwo got him around the collar, brought him down 5 short of the 22. Hawke's Bay now looking to once again impose themselves on Counties Manukau inside their own danger zone. Popped up favourably for Dixon, who started the season strong. Jared Firth has the final say in that. Tate. O'Connor. Eaton. Out to the left. Allardyce happy to feed it up. Israel Dagg slips out of one. Taken down just inside the touchline. And a one-off run again. They were waiting for that. Ronnie Raymakers just lapped it up. Eaton. Looked good. Edmonds. 20 up from the line. Ehire West. Gets it to Fruin on the outside, finds Buckman. Richard Buckman, one-on-one, he's gone into touch.
Oh, good defence there in the end by Aset Taula. As the Hawke's Bay Magpies threaten again. Robbie Fruin featuring as well. Good offload to Buckman. He did the in and out. Good defence from Taula.
Kalfaleli again. Goes long. Taken down by Jordan Talfua, so that play works well. See that quite a bit now, that throw right over the back of the line out on the exit as RC Tuala clears his line. And fundamentally, that's pretty efficient.
Yeah, obviously the Hawke's Bay team has to be 10 metres back and the Counties boys only 5 metres, so I guess basic maths is you're going to win it 9 times out of 10.
Here's a repeat again, Jordan Talfua coming through. You're likely to see anyway a couple of forwards running and setting up the breakdown on that play, regardless of where the ball comes from the line out. Eaton gets this one. More possession for the Magpies. Buckman trying to get through the line. Two lock forwards already showing their worth today, Allardyce and Abbott. Allardyce, their leading line-out taker. The Magpies, Abbott, certainly a strong presence, ball in hand. Tongia picked that one up, but he's gone into touch.
Well, Willie, they'd be pretty happy, wouldn't they, Hawke's Bay? They haven't got the points, but they're just showing a very good structure to the way they're playing the game this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they would be thrilled, Matt. They want points, and they haven't taken them. And as you know, in Ramphilly Shield matches, you've got to take the opportunities when they present themselves. You don't get too many at this level.
Well, you have got a first five out there, though, who specialises in the final say in a game. Certainly last week with a drop goal. Trick play. They were trying it on Counties Monaco, and it's a dud. Hawke's Bay have the ball just in their possession, but we'll come back to the scrum. So Hawke's Bay now with a real chance to scrum, 15 in from touch.
Well, they do, and they've got some good playmakers, haven't they? We've spoken about Ehi West, Andrew Horrell at second, 5'8", very good player, and of course Israel Dagg at the back. So they've got the horsepower, haven't they, or the firepower.
Just watch this side.
Just really important to see. And here's a good set piece now, Stephen, isn't it? From scrum time, Hawke's Bay, to see what they can do out wide.
Just the makeup of their back line leads itself to so many different options. Obviously, Fruin can run the hard lines, and then you've got likes of Israel Dagg out the back, who's got so much speed, he can utilise that space that Fruin's going to create in the middle.
Once again, Buckman has gone as far as he can go without sitting in the grandstand, so he is real wide. Eaton now. Here's Ehi West. He took on the line last time. This time he turns it back in field for Fruin, who goes sideways and looks like a paddle crab, taken 6 metres out. Here's Dagg. Had to reach for the pass and slowed his momentum somewhat. Out! So they remain 6 or 7 out from the line. Abbott crashes into another tackle. And Eaton throws a big dummy. Chris Eaton just caught short. Counties Monaco holding them out for now, and Dagg gets hit hard with a big Bundy shoulder. Still on the line, we come back. Mike Fraser finds the penalty.
Well, lock that down. They've got a penalty, but lock that down as chance number 3 for the Magpies. They may come away with 3 points. But gee, very impressive attack again.
It's simple stuff, isn't it? Set a target in midfield with Fruin, and then you look to try and go wide through Dagg and Co. And a liaison officer told me that he was at 100% kicking yesterday, and the captain's run was Ehi West, but they're opting to go for the 5-pointer.
Well, the pressure's on, and as Matthew Cooper said, 3 tries have gone begging here. 1 denied by the TMO, 1 lost on the line, and another one there, agonisingly short. They need to make a statement, Hawke's Bay. They're trying to do it from a line-out drive. Andrew Horrell's in there. What a play from the second 5. Now they've got things working. O'Connor has control. There's the try. Hawke's Bay's decision to find touch vindicated by captain Brendan O'Connor.
Well, the challenges are here. They had the lob last year, and they want it back again. They decided to go against the penalty. And now that is a very, very good set-piece try from the Magpies. Through the back there, lovely take, and just watch O'Connor come through, the captain, Brendan O'Connor, off the Gareth Evans take. That's clinical rugby from the Magpies.
Yeah, well, 80.8% accuracy at the lineouts for the Magpies in 2014. That's one of the easiest tries for the skipper. All of the hard work being done by the forwards and backs that were involved in it. They needed to strike, and they've done so efficiently. Brilliant response from the visitors.
Ehire West. And that one will be away to the left. Not well struck by Ehire, so the liaison officer called it early.
Here we go, we've got about 3 or 4 backs involved in this, but it's just a real statement of intent from Hawke's Bay. They could have easily taken the option of going the 3, but they're just letting everyone know here that they're here to win it, and they've made a big statement early.
Tell you what, Brendan O'Connor looked like he withdrew from that maul and rejoined illegally, but that'll be something they can deal with post-match. It's in the book. 5 points to 3, Hawke's Bay in front. This one's come off Richard Buckman back into the arms of Counties Monaco. Ronnie Raymaker sets play. Alvata now going wide on their heads. Bundy Arki. Advantage comes to an end, and Arki takes another hit up. There for Pulu. And Lilo. Pulu again. Caught, but he released to Taufalele. And Suliasi will take the tackle 10 short of the Hawke's Bay 22. And they'll win another penalty here. Hawke's Bay just need to be careful about discipline at the breakdown. It is a point of strength for Counties Monaco.
Was given the message, wasn't he, Brendan O'Connor, to release the ball in the breakdown. The try scorer for Hawke's Bay. There's the tackle. And he's straightened over the top. And probably just saying that he didn't give a chance to play the ball, which is pretty difficult with a melee of players there, but that's the penalty, and here's a chance for Counties Manukau to take the lead back.
Yeah, and take it back to the kickoff. Nothing frustrating more for coach. After you've scored a try, you get back to halfway and you don't take the kickoff. You give possession back to the home side, and they maintain possession to get a penalty to possibly take the lead again. Frustrating.
There's a slick hit of RC Tuala. Tell you, he's got some dapper Dan in there. Here is RC with the kick, and it's another good one. The county's first 5 ensures his side retakes the lead. 6 points to 5 in the Shield game.
Well, I'm sure Stephen Donald will agree. You've just got to keep picking off your penalties, and 2 very good kicks from RC Tuala.
Big restart now. Ronnie Raymaker's looking on. Selected by the Blues this season. Didn't see game time. Hung around and grafted his way through endless training sessions. Man has got a motor. Jared Firth carries outside the 22. Pulu had 1 foot in, but carried back is the call. So Asi Tuala tries a bomb on for size. There to take it was Gareth Evans, fed it to Israel Dag. Dag looks free and able. And the pass just went behind Tonga.
Potentially very dangerous here for Counties. The kick went infield a bit, and Frankie Harlow made the mistake of chasing infield, leaving that whole blind side free, and someone of Israel Dag's calibre is not going to ignore that.
I think Tonga had a chance there too if that pass had just been a metre forward.
Yeah, Tim Nanai Williams and August Pulu were covering, but you're right, he had a bit of space, and they allowed Israel Dag too much room to move. Counties Manukau have got to cut down his options as soon as he gets the ball.
Buffalo's throw is not straight. That's number 2 for the game.
Beaver, what I like about the Hawke's Bay scrum, or when they have the scrum, is Ehire West just hits the line, doesn't he, so quickly. He's on attack and he just nails it, which is excellent play from Ehire West.
He gets so flat that he takes 7 out of the equation, and he's got no chance to recover and actually get off the scrum. So therefore that puts the opposition 10 in so much doubt, and obviously we've already seen 1 clean break already from a scrum from him.
Crouch!
They've just got Tongia just waiting in behind Ehire West. They've got variation, and that's what I like about the Magpie set piece at the moment.
Eden feeds. Gareth Evans could have hooked that one. And Pulu's having a dust up on the far side of the scrum, but that comes to nothing. Ehire West now got the ball to Dag. Israel Dag stepped inside looking for the offload. Comes back for Eaton. And that one just controlled. Play on is the call. Abbott, angry face and full effect. 6 out. Again, the pass is dusty. Dag has to pick it up. Good strength as Lilo tries to rip the ball away. Does so, but an offside position was Tim Williams. There's no way he should have been allowed to pick that up. That's ridiculous.
Use it!
And I'm talking as a man who's seen Kazakhstani accordion hip-hop concerts, so that rate's right up there with that.
Well, you're right, Scotty. I mean, that was not a general play. It was called general play from the referee. Here's the ball. Here's Israel Dag. Very aggressive with the ball in hand. Now, that's a maul at that stage, is it? Still a maul, and that is not general play.
Dixon gets his throw right, and Eaton from the box will find touch on the full. Big mistake from the Hawke's Bay half.
Interesting watching the lineup set up as well, fellas. On defense, Tuala comes and stands in the hooker position, and they send Alvar to be the defender from a line out. So you see him coming in now, but yeah, interesting. Keep an eye on that. I'm sure Yaya West will lick his lips when he sees that a loose forward is standing in the first channel.
Just a quick one, Willie. Who's got the wind advantage this afternoon?
Yeah, no real advantage to either side, mate. Coming straight across the field.
Again, the line-out wobbles continue for Counties Manukau. Slung across to Fruin out of the hands of Ihaya West. Tonga got on the outside. Bundyaki across to cover. He is a slippery customer of Ryan Tonga. Buckman is screaming for the ball to be kicked downfield. Instead, it's taken up by Tony Lamborn. That's a good carry from the blind side. Finally meets his match in Jimmy Tupou.
Step!
And it's there for Eaton. Ihaya West reaches for the ball. Horrell, wide to Dag. And then the ball from Tonga goes into touch. Just lacking something in backline play. Just a bit of fluency, a bit of direction with the passing game, Beef.
It's just that last pass at the moment that's stopping Hawke's Bay from probably putting a few more tries on. Of big concern for Counties is their phase play defence. Once you get to sort of phase 3 or 4, looks like Hawke's Bay could do it every single time against them, but their own finishing's just letting them down at the moment.
Well, they're here to win the Shield, aren't they? They're going for line. Very good line-out try, wasn't it, before? And they realise now that you can't just compete. You've got to go and win the Shield. Here's a few of the numbers here. 4 line-outs, 1 against the throw, Hawke's Bay. So, very impressive line-out. Gee, they're owning territory, aren't they, Willie? 73-27. And again, just holding on to the ball a bit longer than the holders, Counties Manukau.
Who are, let us not forget, still ahead. And the drive collapses. The ball carrier went down, got back up again. O'Connor is the man. Mike Fraser's called one stop on the plate. And they get some momentum again. It could be history repeating itself. O'Connor, and he's been given the try. He was ejected from the back of the maul, and he just kept going.
Well, I'll leave our sideline man to talk us through this one, because this is beautiful body position, Willie Lose.
Yeah, it really was. First of all, the ball got put to the back and somebody fell over. I think it was O'Connor. He got to his feet and then he just stayed in the boot, and everybody in front of him knew that the job was to just pump the legs. Here it sort of stopped and the referee said that's held once, and then the big players in front there, they got the better body position. Counties Manukau, too many guys standing up, looking like meerkats, and that's the reason why the captain goes in for a second.
Well, the midfielder in there too, Andrew Horrell, Robbie Fruin, but look at the body position from the Magpies, and that's a great try to Hawke's Bay.
Happy forwards. Getting through some good work at line-out time, but this is now genuine concern for Tana Umaga. They have conceded 2 tries from line-out drives. They have lost 4 of their own line-outs.
As Willie said, I think the biggest concern would have been how many Counties guys were just standing around and not getting in there.
There's Ihaya West back to normal service. Happy man in the stands, and the Magpies now in front. 12 points to 6.
Well, they've missed a couple of opportunities, but when you look back at the first 26, 28 minutes, it's just been clinical from Hawke's Bay. Just their set piece, they're running from the back with Israel Dag leading the charge, and now they are starting to collect some points.
Brendan O'Connor waits. 2 tries for the captain today so far. Abbott. Late decision to come in for the ball, but they have managed to claim the restart. As Eaton kicks downfield. Tim Nunno-Williams comes forward, takes it beautifully, then offloads to Bundy Arki. Again, Abbott involved this time defensively. Raymakers was there. Ripped the ball away for Pulu. Lilu spins inside the tackle, but Robbie Fruin hung on. Pops it up. Carried on by Frank Halai.
No hands out, Black!
Not too many carries for him so far in the
First man, he
game.
missed it.
Pulu. Standing deep is Bundy Arki. He takes on the line. 2 forwards there to meet him on the play.
Black.
Pulu stays short. Tim Nunno-Williams thought about a switch. Bit of a high shot on him, and advantage will apply. Pulu now. Popped it up for Asi Tuala. Here's Johnny Carwell. Stringing the phases together. Counties Monaco back the other way. Bundy Arki to Tim Nunno-Williams. The 2 Chiefs combining. Taken down on the tackle of Brendan O'Connor. He can't win the ball, but he will force Mike Fraser's hand and will come back for the penalty.
Yeah, there's a high shot here from Hawke's Bay, and it was on Tim Nunno-Williams.
High tackle.
Wasn't too malicious. He just got a bit clumsy. And there it is there from Abbott, I think it was. Yeah, Mike Abbott, the Hawke's Bay lock. Big man on small man. You're always going to be danger of getting hit by the referee. And an opportunity as Tuala lines one up. Beaver about 38 metres out.
Yeah, you'd have to say if Hawke's Bay looking at this Counties line out, you'd be wanting to kick all your balls out. The only thing that Counties are surviving off now is counter-attack, and they look good once they get into their phases and start to get their backs involved, but they can't buy a line out at the moment, so you'd probably just kick everything out and hope to get it back off them.
Tell you what, that kid in the crowd just got denied a mini ball. Absolutely denied. He's got 2. Trade, buddy. He's got playground power come Monday at school. Asi Tuala looking now to close the gap to 3 points. Again, he's chipped this one, and direction no good. Not much of a follow-through on Asi Tuala's kicking style there, Beaver.
Yeah, you couldn't say he wastes too much energy on any kick, does he?
22-metre restart.
Get them behind your 10.
Hawke's Bay with 31 minutes gone in the first half. I can't really believe that. Doesn't feel like 31 minutes of this game have gone.
Well, it's got all the tenseness, hasn't it? Quite a lot of Hawke's Bay fans have come up highway from Hastings, Napier, Waipuck, Wairoa. They'll all be watching, and they've got an opportunity of a drop ball to get out of the danger zone.
Ray Lelor knows just how important those small things are in a game of Ranfurly Shield rugby. Stephen, you've been there. Matt Cooper, you've been there. Willie, I'm not entirely sure you had a crack at the log, did you, mate?
Well, we lost it. Yeah, I did have a crack. We lost it to Waikato. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, you were there. That's right.
Wasn't the week after, I can tell you that.
That is one of the finest burns I've heard in a call ever. I think Graham Henry had something to say to you after that game, Will.
Sit!
Great competition we got here at the moment, mate.
No, I think it's a bit of both sides here.
Fairness, there's only one person here who's never played for the thing, and that's me, so I better just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Ihaya West does. Are they going to use that kick? Beaver, they've been good at that, aren't they? Using the halfback quite nicely, Chris Eaton. Or do you just give it to that man there who's looking in very good form today, Steve Donald?
They did it. Sorry, Steve. They did it earlier here when they actually brought Buckman off when they were just going through their warm-up. They actually from the scrum used Buckman on the short ball, but he's now going back to the wing.
You're looking at the setup. They definitely look like this is going through the hands.
Stand up.
Interesting, as a first 5, Stephen, where do you call? How do you call the depth? How do you control the depth from the scrum? What are you looking for your backline in terms of the staggering system here?
Let's go.
Obviously, whatever move they've got called is going to affect where Ihaya is going to be standing. With Buckman standing there, you might think that they're going to come short side, or the possibility of Buckman being first receiver off the scrum. So that's what dictates where you stand. Obviously, if he was going to kick it, West would be a lot deeper.
Bind. Sit.
So Buckman's in the play. Ehire West waits. Eaton feeds. Good county scrum, force the hand, and off the back they go. Evans inside for Eaton. Chris Eaton shows great pace. What a try, Hawke's Bay. Counties Monaco were looking at the back line, and it's the forwards who did the damage.
Well, they all went wide. He's going to have a check. Hello, there's something going on. They're having a check. I can't see anything wrong with this one.
Yeah, I think that they're saying that the Carwell was actually held back.
That scrum for any obstruction leading up to that break.
That's what he's asking for, and I think that this might come back as well. He certainly was held back.
Oh, Gareth Evans. Let's have a look now. So number 6 is Lambourne. So the first arm up went.
Well, in fairness, Carwell grabbed him.
Carwell grabbed him first. He put the arm on him first, but this is outstanding. Here we go.
Yes. Look, I think there's a bit of contact both ways, but I don't believe that's enough to stop the try. Okay, so I'm happy to award the try.
Well, there's the call. Discussion between the TMO, John Wright, and the referee, Mike Fraser. Ultimately, Chris Eden gets his 6th ITM Cup try.
Well, Gareth Evans was a star for Otago when they took the log last year at Waikato Stadium. And look at the number 8 here. This is outstanding play. The speed from Gareth Evans. He just put his head down, got outside Tuafua, and the pass to Chris Eden. That's a stunning try from the challengers.
Ehire West, 16 in from touch, and he sprayed this one too. So the scoreline will remain 17 points to 6.
Well, the first man around is the first defender, so that really was Carwell's man. Tuafua really tried his best, but once it was in the hands of Eaton, goodbye. Another try for the Magpies. And it's happening in that 10-minute break just before the half-time break as well, fellas, which is what great teams do.
That one has gone long, but it has bounced in field, so they can go to line-out time as we tick over. 4.5 minutes left remaining. You know, just thinking about that try there in the play from Gareth Evans, the fact that Hawke's Bay scrum came under that pressure, did that seem planned move to you, or was that just spur of the moment, Gareth Evans knowing he needed to do something?
The fact that Buckman was starting to drift left, he sucked the halfback out of the equation off the short side completely, and that just opened it up. So the intent that Evans had to go so quickly, I wonder if it was pre-planned.
He had speed, didn't he? He had a real bit of speed there. Perfect. And here comes the good kick there from Hawke's Bay.
Chase line was up with Andrew Horrell leading the charge.
Right, release,
Williams options wide was shut down. He takes contact on the halfway line.
Knees on the ground,
again,
tackle's affected, you must
Hawke's Bay
release.
penalised at the breakdown. I think that's their 4th or 5th
release,
breakdown
knees
penalty
on the
of the
ground.
game.
Absolutely, got to release straight away and roll away. That's always a common call from our referees here in the ITM Cup. That time there, make the tackle, release. And a chance, Tim Nanai Williams pulling his troops together. A little bit of shock here. That try was critical for Hawke's Bay to get that lead just before half-time. They've let a lot go. But, gee, don't you enjoy. Here's a big shot at goal coming up now. And Tim Nanai Williams, the captain, decided to go from halfway. And lovely try here. We spoke about, Steve Donald mentioned, Buckman's gone over to the left. He's gone open side. But it's almost as if it was just peeled beautifully. But look at the speed from Evans. And just a lovely pass to Eaton. And that's a stunning try. And right before half-time.
Well, that's the brains trust, number 8. No question about that. He made the decision. He backed himself, and good support from the halfback as well. Nice to see a try being scored, fellas, not from a line-out drive.
Nothing wrong with the line-out drive, really. Here's Nanai Williams from just on the Hawke's Bay side of the halfway line. What a kick! Timmy comes up with the goods, and the gap closes again.
Well, talk us through that one, Steve. That was a lovely nudge here at Pukekohe.
Yeah, the old Captain Timmy there just decided he wanted to have a whack, and I haven't seen him do too much training on the goal kicking front of the pass, so I mean, he's just using his right as captain of counties today.
Jordan Taufua took the contact. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Stop, red forwards.
Looking for touch, won't find it. Instead, Hawke's Bay with another chance to attack through Israel Dag. It was Gareth Evans back to take the kick. Dag takes on the line again. Taufaleli is there, and so is Frankie Hollow. Eaton for West. Abbott. Short ball to O'Connor.
Ball's there.
Eaton again. Horrell this time. Cuts back. Offloads in the tackle. And Abbott. Taken by his opposite, Jimmy Tupou. The ball spills out. Jordan Taufua with the grab.
Same thing as I got them for. Hands are down, not on the ball first, then come back. You're not supporting your weight. Same thing I got them for earlier on.
Pretty clear from the referee. Jordan Taufua can't believe it.
Very close too, wasn't it? The timing from Taufua was very good. But he said you weren't supporting your body weight. That was the main call here from a referee, Mike Fraser. But, oh, geez, I thought that was a little unlucky.
Yeah, some of them actually used it as separation too, because that's what the referees want to see, is that you've actually had separation before you go for the ball, but you can't go past the point of where the ball is and use part of your body to actually support yourself and then rake it back.
This is an important kick now, this one here. 17-9 ahead. I just thought counties, they'd love to go in there now, regroup under Tana. But if this 3 goes over, it just gives that Hawke's Bay a little bit more ascendancy, turning around.
Milestone points too, aren't they? The feeling of being 20 points up in the game. Psychologically, big moment for Ihia West. He watches and he's over. 3 more in the bank for Ihia West. 20 points to 9 the score.
Beautiful kick there from Western. As Cooks had said, this is significant mentally for counties now. They dearly love to get something just before half-time to get some confidence back in their game.
Evidence there of the light rain falling here in Pukekohe. Asi Tuala has the ball. Say hello to the Reeves family. Big fans of Hawke's Bay watching the game in various parts of the country. Chris Eaton decides that'll do, and he kicks it to touch. Mike Fraser plays for the half-time. And a solid performance from the Magpies as they challenge for the Ranfurly Shield. 3 tries to them in the half, none to Counties Manukau. And the scoreline at the break, 20 points to 9. Let's hear from Richard Buckman with Willie.
Thanks very much, Timo. Yeah, Richard, you started slowly, but you lead. What's the key to taking the shield?
I think we've just got to play smart now. We've just got to play like we've got to win it. We're not got to hold on to that lead. We've just got to keep running it and keep taking our points, and I'm sure we'll get over with it.
All right, mate. Thanks for talking to us.
The thoughts of Richard Buckman. He will go and take a break up the tunnel here at Ecolite Stadium. There it is, the log of wood on the line again. And we'll have all the halftime stats for you right after this. Teams arriving for the second half here on the pitch at Pukekohe. We'll go back under the stands though and hear from County Sports coach Grant Henson.
Yeah, Grant, disappointing first half. How do you get back in this match?
It's a pretty simple fix, I think, Willie. Attitude's a big thing. Boys talked about it themselves, so hoping that sharpens up in this next minute or so.
What about the lineouts? Where's the problem there?
Yeah, it's a tough one. The conditions are obviously a bit rough, but their lineout's going well, so that's no excuse. The calls are right, just the execution's letting us down.
All right, mate, thank you.
Cheers, Will.
Not giving too much away, Grant Henson. Only a couple of seasons ago he was running around for this team. Pretty combative sort of player as well. And being a former hooker, he will be frustrated at the line-out woes in the first half. Ihia West gets us underway. We are 40 minutes away from a log of wood destiny here at Pukekohe. Who has what it takes? Counties Manukau defending for the 7th time. Hawke's Bay looking to get it back after having just a taste of Shield fever in 2013. Ball is there for Jordan Taufua. Gets his pass away to Tuala. Now Tim Nanai-Williams. Cross for this is Ihia West.
August Pulu in trouble.
Pulu is having medical attention and back play. And that one is dropped. Tongia can't hold on though. Will come back. Mike Fraser says knock on both ways. Ragged start, and there is Pulu.
Both ways.
Well, there he is going high, and it's away landed. And held the leg straight away. Let's have a look here. Don't normally like watching these, but let's have a look.
Time off.
Oh no, he's jogging back, which is a good sign for Counties Manukau. They just need attitude. Spoken at half-time. Bring up the attitude, Counties. You are the holders. It's time to play rugby.
And this is a team that has scored just 4 tries in 2.5 games of footy this season. No tries in the first game, a 9-all draw.
Same again, offset.
They couldn't get, well, they got the bonus point, should I say, against Otago. So that's 4 tries in 1 game.
Well, the first-time holders, aren't they, this union? And there is pressure. There's pressure when you hold the log of wood, and you have to constantly defend it week after week.
Fine.
And that's the pressure that's on this team at the moment, because the Challengers, who lost it last year by 27-24 after only holding the Shield 6 days, they've got a chance to bring it home.
Big play. Ihia West gets through half a gap inside the 22. They'll set again. Here's Dag, Israel Dag, bounces off one. Ray Lilo loves a one-on-one strip of the ball, that is. Chris Eaton goes wide. Here's Abbott, always happy to cart the ball up, big mark. Set again for Eaton, short side. Here's Dixon. And Ash Dixon dragged down just inside the field of play. Abbott again. Eaton to West, standing wide. Robbie Fruin trying to find an option. Is Fruin, finally sets for Buckman, who, desperate to get his hands on the ball, goes in, plays halfback. Tony Lambourne straight over the top of Ray Lilo. Finally taken down by Jared Firth, who went round the ankles. Probably a wise choice. Switch play from Eaton. Tongia just hurled it in field for Andrew Horrell. And West now, it's turned into a game of 7s. West connects with Abbott and he drops the ball. We'll have a scrum. That is not the greatest period of play from the Magpies.
Just lost their way a little bit there, but that'll be good for Counties' confidence. They would have been talked in at half-time, but have been in all sorts of fades, conceded points early in the second half. So they'll be happy with it. They just need to settle into their game now.
Good play from Lambourne. Good rugged Hawke's Bay flanker. Just getting in behind Counties, Manukau.
Change defensively for Hawke's Bay as well. You can see Buckman comes into that first 5 position. Ihia West dropping back into fullback.
Fine.
Hasi Tuala still in conference with his backline. Similar setup this time that Hawke's Bay used on the Chris Eaton try. Pulu now will look for width on the short side. Here's Frank Hullai. Limited opportunities again today for Frank. Ihia West takes. He gets Hullai at the same time. They try to drag him over the line. Good strength shown from Ihia to stay in the field of play here, Zeke.
He's not quite the same size as big Frankie Harlow, is it?
Eden's there. Has a dart. O'Connor was on his shoulder. Buckman now will kick from the box. Unorthodox play, Richard Buckman. You do not see that from a wing very often. Tuala was there to gobble it up. And now Sherwin Stowers has a bit of space. Looks outside and finds Lilo. Fruin shepherded him towards the touchline. Nanai-Williams. And Tim Nanai-Williams offloads from the deck to Raymakers. Better from Counties Manukau, but then the spill. And a real chance to counter now for Hawke's Bay. O'Connor got to Lambourne. Tony Lambourne will set play. They'll need a halfback. He arrives in the shape of Jason Marshall. And his front row counterpart, Brendan Edmonds. Here's the hitter. Lambourne now. Back for Israel Dag. It's his kick past the cover of Sherwin Stowers, but Sherwin picks it up on the bounce. Looks up. Always a threat, ball in hand. taken down. Good tackle by Mark Abbott. Tupou. And Jimmy Tupou put down on the sponsor sign right on the halfway stripe. Comes back to Pulu. They go short side again. Hawke's Bay's defence around that edge has been very good today. Again, they repel the charge. And Pulu pops it up for Firth. The line is on quickly. He's caught a metre behind the game. Stowers now. Throws one out the back for Frank Halai.
Release!
Very predictable at the moment. Counties Monaco needing some deception. Comes in the form of Tim Nana'i-Williams. Once again, though, Hawke's Bay read the play and they put Johnny Kawo down. Tupou trying to spread it wide. Lilu. Ray Lilu. Through the first up to the 10-metre line, and Hawke's Bay will fancy themselves a turnover. No, they will concede the penalty. Once again, not supporting his body weight, and the penalty goes against Brendan Edmonds.
They've been a concern for Hawke's Bay. They put him 2 kicks, and in the last 5 minutes you've seen Counties just show a little bit more than they did in the first half. We've made it clear that they're struggling at line-out time, and scrappy players what they're going to live off. And if they are to come back, it's going to be off kick returns, Coots.
Well, it will be, and that's got to open up now for Counties. I think that's. I know it's still early days, but it has to open up the game. Bring the Nana'i-Williams, bring the Sherwin Stowers, the Frankie Halais into the game. That time there, Brendan Edmonds. He didn't need to actually do the flop over the top. He he had the win. He should have stayed up, and he was penalised for not supporting his body weight.
Yeah, if he'd moved his legs, Coops, he would have been fine. But he just flopped. He just extended it just far too lateral there. If he stepped over the body, he was fine. That was a turnover.
I've seen a lot of penalties go the other way, though, in fairness to Edmonds. Not a criticism of Mike Fraser's decision, but just a reflection of how subjective that area of the game can be. This is better stuff from the Steelers. Olasai Alvaa now has another penalty advantage.
Penalty advantage on the side.
Counties will milk every metre they can out of this. Bundyaki twists out of one. And will come back, no advantage.
4 black, you're folding around the side.
That's back-to-back penalties on defence in a game that Counties Monaco is chasing. Cards are going to be a factor in this game.
Surely you go to the line out again. You need to score tries, Counties Monaco. You can't just defend the shield. You've got to win it.
And they've just listened to you, Willie. And Counties going to put it in the corner. And, well, I think they need to go over. I think it's a really critical time for Counties Monaco because the defence of Hawke's Bay is very good this afternoon.
Here's the chance as the Pukekohe crowd finds its voice. They will set their own drive off middle line-out ball. And they're making progress as they try to twist and turn. Now they get a second crack.
This is better.
Getting close to the line. Counties Monaco collapse. The try is given. And the Steelers have given the Magpies a taste of their own medicine. We'll see who comes up with the pill.
I think it's Alvaa.
The try is scored by the veteran Olasai Alvaa. That is his first for Counties Monaco.
Oh, great courage. They talked about attitude at half-time, and well done, Counties Monaco. Anything the Magpies can do, we can do as well. The defenders, good drive from Counties Monaco. They're collective there, they're driving nicely. And in the middle is number 7, Olasai Alvaa. And he goes over, and we have a ball game.
Yeah, problem for Hawke's Bay there. Too many of their fatties or too many of their tight 5 around the fringes, around the side of the ruck. And once they were blowing straight and Counties Monaco went straight, they were ineffective. They weren't able to stop. And it's a day for being number 7. 2 tries to O'Connor, and the first for Counties Monaco. It's their open side flanker.
Nana'i-Williams looks like on the back of that penalty kick he's taken the duties from Asi Tuala, and he nails the conversion. Why not? Tim Nana'i-Williams takes us back to within 4 points. 20 plays 16. Any thoughts that the Magpies already had the shield at half-time? They can disappear.
And the noise too at Eco Light Stadium. The local fans are starting to get very, very noisy and behind their team. They know there is a serious threat to their Rankfilly Shield.
Ehire West, Hawke's Bay have not looked assured at all in the second spell. 10 minutes gone of it already.
Oh, great play, Tuala. That's the way. Just diffuse it straight away.
I think Tuala's grown into today's game quite nicely, Kips. That's not his first nice clearance kick. He's done 3 or 4 very good clearance kicks. He was goal kicking fine until Captain Timmy said, "I'll take over." But he's going great today, I think.
It's got to be uncomfortable for Gareth Evans to be cutting that around in the nostril. I suppose you've got to stanch the flow somehow. Here's Horrell, looking to make a mark on the game. Picked up by Eaton. They go to Buckman. Richard Buckman, who has not had the freedom today that he has come to expect. And we as viewers have come to expect. What a season he had for the Highlanders. The Barracuda, Richard Buckman. Abbott again. He has been immense today, Mark Abbott. Getting through his work in a major way. Edmonds sets it for Eaton. Now Tony Lambourne. Oh, big collision.
Not how.
Jimmy Tupou got up to make the tackle on Lambourne. West got it to Fruin, and Fruin met by Bundyaki and shut down. Ball is loose, taken by Jordan Taufua. Released by Frank Alloy, and Tim Williams. Taken into touch by Fruin and a strong tackle.
Oh, she's all go here. It's all go now. Look at the hit from Aki. And Ray Lilo right in behind his mate. That was outstanding. So Tuala. And it just about got out there. It's Fruin. Desperate tackle from Fruin.
Well, we want first change for Counties Manukau, guys. Michael Stanley in jersey 21 replaces Tuala in the first 5 position.
Big change that one, but just Counties look like a different team this second half. You'd call them one pace in the first half. They were almost just cruising around, look half asleep, but whatever Tana and the other coaches have said at half-time, it certainly sparked the boys up, and they probably realised how close this Shield reign could be over. Yeah,
the other thing to notice as well, Beaver, is the line speed, isn't it? They missed a few first-up tackles against one of the real threats in Fruin. On this occasion, they turned defence into attack.
Trent Boswell-Wakefield is on the field. Gareth Evans' day looks to be over, Willie. Yep. He's gone to the bench.
Yeah, he got his ankle strapped before he had that magnificent run to set up the try, and hasn't really recovered, so they've made the change.
Well, Boswell-Wakefield, he's a useful player. Played a lot of rugby for Hawke's Bay. Quite a quick loose forward.
Another player on the Hurricanes' radar, if we are to understand our sources. He's been knocking on the door for a while, Trent Boswell-Wakefield. Great run, Chris Eaton. 5 short of the halfway line. As the line out splintered, and Eaton needed no second invite. Brendan O'Connor picked up by Allardyce. They knew he was coming, and the tackle was made with ease. Johnny Carwo in there, putting the stoppers on the play. Abbott, they rushed up on him, led by Onosai Alvar. Counties Manukau starting to lead with the shoulder here, and that is putting Hawke's Bay off their game. That one is dropped, but backwards, says the referee. Popped up for Tim Williams. Aggressive defence from Counties Manukau, and now a clean exit required from Sherwin Stowers. Goes as far as Ryan Tongia. Dag. Looking to get on the outside, Israel Dag. He can just go through again, can't he? But that pass, no good. We'll have a scrum.
Yeah, loose carry from the All Black fullback. He did well. He got on the outside of Abbott. Just Luke, there he is, gets on the outside. That's Israel Dag at his best. Just needed to hold. I think he tried to do the offload. Hold on to the ball, start again. Also, Chris Eaton at halfback too, Willie. He's just been excellent. He's the type of halfback you need in these Shield games. He's tough, he's experienced, and he's a strong runner from the base.
Yeah, just as we see one of the players there, and Allardyce just get a little bit of attention to the left leg. You're right about Eaton, though. He's one of those players a couple of times in the first half. Some of his passes were a bit wayward. They weren't really going to target. Now that he's grown in confidence, that try certainly has got him into a positive frame of mind. I really like what I'm seeing from Counties Manukau in the second half.
Sideline story here as well, as We have a look at what's coming ahead on Super Saturday, 5:30 p.m. from Rugby Park at Southland Otago. No love lost there. I believe the Stags are rolling out one of the most horrific jerseys ever paraded in a footy match today as well. But if you're from down there, you'd love it. Taranaki Bay have plenty. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Auckland Tasman with a curtain raiser there. The Blues secondary schools final between Auckland Grammar School and Westlake Boys High School.
Yes, they're all over the country, are they, those first 15 games? And I know when the Waikato Hamilton Boys High took on Rotorua, I think this afternoon, and Palmerston North Boys High, another one as well. So great to see that final, the concluding part of first 15 rugby in New Zealand.
I was going to mention before that sideline Gareth Evans, who could become a rarity in Shield rugby, could be a player who lost the Shield to a team and he played for the season after who won it. I think that's happened very often in Shield history.
Crouch.
I hope I've explained that well. It didn't sound good coming out.
Sit.
Do you get my drift?
Behind the ball, 9.
Pulu now, who seems to have made a full recovery, and he's been harassed by Chris Eaton, and Hawke's Bay then penalised.
You're on the ground.
Eaton did all the hard work around the scrum and then was put up on a technicality.
Good scrum too. They're still doing the hard work, the Magpies, which they have to if they want to take home the prize possession. That is scrum time, that is set piece. That time there, the illegal play came from the player we've just been talking about, Chris Eaton. Good scrum, Edmund's doing well. He's having a good game at Loosehead for Hawke's Bay. That's okay. Well, he might have been a little bit hard done by.
He was on the deck when he slapped the ball back. That's what the penalty was ultimately for. And then line-out trouble has continued for Counties Manukau. They caught one stoppage on the play and they immediately go wide. Big ball from Horrell to Dag. Dag trying to keep Tongia in the play, but he's ultimately gone into touch.
Outstanding defence from Ray Lelock. Showed him the outside and then just right around the bootlaces. It's a classic back play.
So well, great trust from Frank Harlow too, not to turn in and help his man out, leaving the other winger to a free run down the sideline. It was great trust, a great D there.
They've had line-out problems, so a change there. Sumo, you can see in jersey 16, Anga Aelangi with his first stroke.
Otherwise known as Sione. Caldwell takes one in the back, no calls, so a good deep line-out throw to Counties Manukau comes up the goods with halfway now, where play continues. Bundy Arki with the first hit up, and he stayed down. He doesn't look entirely comfortable, but nor would you with Ronnie Raymakers on top of you, I suppose.
Time off.
And here we go. We spoke about it a few minutes ago.
You never release, then you're back on it. Hey, look, we now had 4 penalties against you in the second half, okay? It's a lot of tackle infringements. Have a word.
Have a word now?
Yeah, quick one.
10-3, it's a lopsided penalty count, that is for sure.
Counties, there's the penalty there, and I'm just seeing, I think it was the flanker decided to walk about 3 metres forward. Let's see where. They've done all right there. It's around halfway, but here he was. He was halfway up. He was about the 45-metre mark. He never got it, but it's a chance now, I think, for Tim Nanai-Williams.
I think Stanley's going to go for touch.
Go for touch.
Good replacement coming on too, fellas. Mama Vaipulu in jersey 19 has just been given his boarding pass. And he'll replace Johnny Carwell. Not a bad player to bring off the bench.
And that one is into touch.
He's a big unit, Vaipulu. Certainly has got some go forward.
Come on, 6.
Well, now it's time for the Steelers, the crowd, to make some noise. Yes, here they enter the red zone of Hawke's Bay. 2016, they're down by 4, but they've had the best of the better of the second half.
Almost 57 minutes gone in this contest. 20 points to 16. The Challengers still hold the lead. It was 20 points to 9 at half-time. Mama Vaipulu has the ball in his hand. And this drive trying to get set. Mike Fraser calls first stop. Now it's clear. Puller with a short ball to Frank Harlow. Gets it back. They have a chance on the left-hand side. Stanley took on the line. Caught 5 outs scored a try last week, which pretty much sealed the deal. Mike Stanley, now Sherwood Stowers. Good tackle from Israel Dag. Boy, Alcimano is there. He decides to have a dig. Taken down. Dixon and Abbott, and another penalty advantage applying now for Counties Manukau. They take short side on a side, looking for a double, and we will come back for the penalty. And Mike Fraser has just warned Hawke's Bay. No further action.
County's getting a fair bit of momentum in the second half. They've just sent in their big runners straight at West, and the poor small first fives having a bit of a barrage. Frankie Harlow over that time running straight over top of him.
Almost got on the outside here. Here's the defence from Hawke's Bay, but that's Israel Dag at his best. The last line of defence, great defence there from Israel Dag, and there was also some great cover too. Could have been Ihai West when Counties Manukau threatened. Sherwin Stowers starting to get into the game. Frankie Harlow, all the big game players starting to stand up now for Counties.
Well, that's a stat there. That pretty much tells you why Counties Manukau are back in this game. 5 penalties, all going against the visitors, the Magpies. And the other thing too, guys, is that Pulu's now starting to get some front foot ball. He's a class act, as Augustine Pulu. Concerns about his ankle earlier, but I'll tell you what, he's run that off, and when he's got front foot ball, he's making good decisions.
What I like too is the veterans all sitting there talking. They've all got something to say here. The communication has gone up a notch in the second spell. The old heads are taking control. Real concern for Brendan O'Connor continues. And that would be a massive loss for Hawke's Bay. There you saw the injury occur.
Pretty good. Scotty, the decibels level from the crowd here has also gone up substantially. I think they've found their voice in the second half as well.
4-point victory against Otago in their first ITM Cup Shield defence. Don't forget they got through Thames Valley and Mid-Canterbury already this season. But they know that with each week they hold the shield, the pressure ratchets up another notch.
Especially with the next challenge. Happens to come from the South Island, a team by the name of Canterbury.
Easy beats. Pulu has it. It was loose from the scrum. August Pulu. Almost there. Richards over. He may have the try. August Pulu. What awareness.
I'm going to check it.
Was it in the same motion, guys?
He's got the right to place the ball. He decided to place it over the line.
Can you just have a look at this last movement here?
I'm thinking this is legit.
And advise try just looking at whether there was any double movement there where he's brought to ground and then had another go to get the ball over the line.
Well, I don't think he's held. I think he's been hitting a hard tackle, but I don't know if he was held anyway.
Well, he's got a release or plant the ball. So even though he's not held, he's on the ground. And here is the movement. Well, remembering that's in slow motion in real time.
Well, he hasn't rabbited for. They talk about the old days about. He's just turned, hasn't he?
He's not held at all. That's try time, surely.
John, can we just play that last one again?
Mike Fraser is looking at the big screen here.
Just play that last one again. I just want to see if he's lunged off the ground or if he's just reached out to place the ball.
He's got to be able to make the decision here, Mike Fraser. He's looking at the screen himself. I think he's going to be happy. I think that's a try.
Yeah, look. I'm happy with that footage there. Yeah, I'm happy that he's been brought to ground but hasn't had a second lunge. He's just reached out to place the ball on the goal line, so that's a try.
The try is given, and Counties Manukau have regained the lead that they relinquished early in the first half.
And they certainly deserved it after the performance of the second half. We're third quarter of the game. Now they're in front 21-20 with a massive kick to come now for Counties Manukau. But that's great play from the captain. Willie Lose talked about August Pulu, and he's really leading by example. And his good mate from the Chiefs, Tim Nanai Williams, looking to get another crucial 2 points.
What a comeback. Steelers, Nanai Williams won't be able to bring this one back. 12 unanswered points for Counties Manukau since the break. As we watch Pulu again.
There was nothing happening. It was a messy scrum, and Augustine, he just took it upon himself. And this is probably 2 weeks in a row he's been County's best player, and again he's taken so much upon himself today.
Poppy's gone back to the block. Ronnie Raymakers showing his full set of skills today. Takes a good ball from the restart. Halai chases up, gets enough on that, and it falls into the arms of Sione Angialangi. Bundyaki turns it in for Ray Lilo. O'Connor makes another tackle, and now the kick from Pulu with no one home, looking for the touchline, but daggers across. And from 5 out from his own line, he unleashes. This one won't find touch. In fact, Pulu stayed back in good position. Here's Tim Nano-Williams, and he will put up the bomb. This one's a bit of a floater. Comes down on Buckman. Good take from Richard Buckman. 5 short of the half. Hawke's Bay have not had a lot of possession in the last 10 minutes of the game. Robbie threw it. Big contact with Bundyaki. And you could hear the air leave the lungs of at least one of them. Brendan O'Connor. Good footwork from O'Connor as he stepped inside the tackle. West. Ihaya West pops it up for Lambourne. Again, solid contact. Ray Lilo this time. Again, Lilo's first objective is to get his hands around the ball and try to rip it away. Dixon carrying well. Eaton back for West. Abbott. Eaton. Richard Buckman found himself lining up on Ronnie Raymakers, and there was only ever going to be one winner there. Release. West this time. Counties Monaco's defence is standing up, although the break is made by Marshall with O'Connor on his shoulder. Now inside the 22, Hawke's Bay. Pole. And stripped away by Bundyaki, eventually lost again, and that one is adjudged to have been knocked on by Hawke's Bay. Jed Robinson is blowing up.
Oh, they're all on their feet now because we've got a huge game now. High intensity rugby, so much on the line. And look at the defence here. Robbie Fruid coming in and Bundyaki stepping up. That was a huge collision of the midfielders. Oh, and there's another one as well. Ray Lilo on Lambourne. Gee, she's all happening out there, Willie Losay.
Yeah, it really is, and I'll tell you what, it's looking like a casualty ward as well because they're sucking in the big ones at the moment. This is where Key just ripped it clear. I'll tell you what, there was a couple of things that really stood out for me. Firstly, from the kick-off, and Raymakers been dominant in the air to make sure that he got the ball. The challenge then from Halai, the impact from the bench, and Richard Buckman too, guys. When he was asked some questions on defence, he came up strong.
Yeah, as Willie touched on there, Raymakers took a... if you also notice the amount of work he's getting through in there in that phase of defence, he made about 4 or 5 big tackles. Yeah, some engine on him, Big Ronald. He's just churning up and leading that forward tack at the moment.
Keep your height.
Into the final quarter of the match.
Crouch. 5. Sit.
Pushing before the ball is in, says Mike Fraser, so Hawke's Bay's discipline continues to be an issue. Counties fans watching on as their team holds the slenderest of advantages. Mike Stanley will look for touch.
Well, 11 penalties to 3. Hawke's Bay, numerous free kicks. That was a free kick. Just too much infringement coming in from the challengers, Hawke's Bay, because the other team have got their tails up.
Counties Monaco have not conceded a penalty still in the second half. Imagine what Graham Henry would say about that. Here's Horrell. Sets it for Eaton. West. Dag. Got his pass away from Tonga, who has been just a little guilty of sailing a little close to the offside line for those passes out wide. I don't think he's taken one in front of him all game, and this has turned into a right royal battle. And it's all happening. Buckman and Bundy Arkey having a sent to.
Stop.
Buckman in back play gives him one to remember as things continue. Tongia looks up and sees Frankie Halai a little short on the play. Now Halai goes back. Nanai Williams, Tongia, and good interplay between Halai and Nanai Williams. And it's Frank who unleashes. Buckman is there. West decides on the kick. Looking for the corner, and this one will go, well, it'll pull up just short. Nanai Williams settles things down with a touch finder. Hawke's Bay to have the line out throw.
Happened right in front of me, Coops, and I tell you what, it's about commitment, and Taufua committed his body to the ball, and then it just became a big pile-on. Frankie Halai looks like he hyperextended his elbow, and so in the process of getting back to actually get the ball and stuff, he's still carrying a little bit of an injury, but he looks like he's okay now.
Yes, the intensity's huge, Willie, and you can see it. The players now going down. Hawke's Bay, very close, 1 point in this game.
The line out has ended in Ash Dixon's hands, and now it's Brendan Edmonds. Eaton pouring it on now. The Magpies inside the 22. Wide ball to Fruin. Here's Israel Dagg. One pass will do it. Ryan Tongia gets the try for the Magpies, and they're back in front.
Oh, the Magpies, here they go. The crowd up on their feet. The supporters who have travelled up from Hawke's Bay. Tongia's over. It's a beautiful try. It's quick ball. They got him behind them. Ash Dixon, the Hawke's Bay hooker, down the sideline. And there's some special plays coming in for this try here. The wide ball by West. Horrell out to, and a lovely offload by Robbie Fruin, and the All Black fullback draws. Tongia's over. The Magpies back in front.
Yeah, love the way that Dagg actually made Halai commit. He turned his outside shoulder in, and once he did that, he gave him the ball, and Tongia wasn't going to be caught. Great response there, Steve.
Yeah, great response. It was the quality of the passing too. 2 great passes, and then the quick hands by Fruin. That set everything up. Counties had to come quick off their line, but in the end, they just couldn't shut it down.
Let's not forget, that one came from another line-out mistake. Pretty sure Counties Monaco actually might have got up to make the steal, but no one was expecting the steal to be made. Here's Eli West, massive. West! Calm. 27-21.
Huge kick from the first 5. He's been good. He's controlled in the last 5 minutes. There's the slap back from the Counties Manukau line-out. Brendan Evans, he's been outstanding, the prop for Hawke's Bay. Ash Dixon again. And that's how it all happened. And that's put Hawke's Bay back in front, 27-21.
Sorry, guys, Parsons on an 18 for Lambourne.
Four tries today for Hawke's Bay. So they've got a point out of the game. They want much more than that, though. Counties Monaco looked like they were really turning the momentum of this game in their favour, but that is going to hurt, Beef.
Yeah, just stunted their progress, but they're back into it here now.
Jordan Taufua with a damaging run found Frank Halai. Up to the 10-metre line, Pulu reaches in, finds Poliasi Manu waiting for a header. Brendan O'Connor, for a bloke who went down with a shoulder injury 15 minutes ago, certainly is making his tackles. Pulu fitted in field. Raymaker somehow manages to stay there.
No.
Alva'a. And they're up quickly on the threat that he poses. Ball away to Stanley. Now Bundy Arkey. Turn it back in field for Tim Nanai Williams, who has a licence to run. Arkey again, straight into the tackle of Abbott. Gee, that man can make some tackles. Between him and Raymakers on the other side, a couple of very large engines.
No!
Fed back by Angai Langi. Again, it's Tim Nanai Williams. And things now looking the same way for Counties Monaco as they did for Hawke's Bay around about 10 minutes ago, with the defensive line reading the play and shutting down. Frank Halai tried to have a different kind of say. 27-21 as we tick over 10 phases on the play for the Steelers. Rainmakers. Another strong carry. Manu throws one out the back for Nanai Williams. Here's Ray Lilo trying to get inside Horrell. Can't do it. Boswell Wakefield comes up with a strip. Big play from Trent. Tom Parsons. And he may well have lost possession. In fact, they get their first penalty of the half, Hawke's Bay. 70 minutes gone.
Well, Boswell Wakefield make a note at the 70th minute, 10 minutes before the end of the game. A big play, he's come on, the replacement player. And he's taking his time west, letting the seconds go, being told to hurry up. That's a great play. You want these moments, don't you, in Shield Rugby. And there he is, Ray Lilo. He's been good today. Ripped it off him. Wakefield, Boswell Wakefield, that's a big play.
Yeah, they might make a movie on that as well, guys. Dixon just getting some treatment as the hooker now makes his way to the sideline to feed the line out.
It's only one rugby movie worth watching. And I'll tell you what, it's not Invictus. Dixon gives the hands of White. He will chuck the dart in. Big line out here, Counties Manukau. Can they come up with a play? Not this time. Allardyce was the man it went to. We congratulate him. Ticks over the 1,000 minute mark for the Magpies. That's a blazer coming his way. Buckman into touch.
Flag up first.
Oh, well, Steve, this is why this is the best domestic competition in world rugby, isn't it? The ITM Cup. Outstanding.
Absolutely, Coach, and you chuck on the Shield as well, and it doesn't get any better than this for these boys out here today. And great to see Hawke's Bay. They're not kicking away the ball at the moment. Still 10 minutes to go, they're still playing. Throwing it out to Dag out there and having a crack still.
Less than 9 minutes remaining. 6 days was Hawke's Bay's lot with the Shield in 2013. On September 7, Counties Manukau came to McLean Park and brought it back to this province for the very first time. They have held it for 6 defences. Hawke's Bay now really putting the acid on Tana Umanga's men. Chris Eaton.
No red!
It looked like a dodgy transfer at that breakdown. That's all I'm saying about that. Pick and drive from Boswell Wakefield, who came up with that big play just moments ago. It's there for Abbott. Edmonds. 8 minutes left in Pukekohe. Marshall. Midfield. Abbott again. He has put some numbers up today. Here's the big man Mark Abbott. Parsons sets it for Eaton. Now West. Fruin got away from the first, but he's bundled into touch. Counties Manukau with a chance of possession. Bundy Arki was desperate to get on with it, Peter.
Change coming up, 2 guys here. Kane Hansey coming on in jersey 20. Not a bad replacement to bring plenty of experience from the bench, replacing Pulu.
Tell you what, there's a lot of Bird Gang fans in the crowd here. The Hawke's Bay chants going up at Pukekohe. The Counties fans silent. High West. The more he plays, the more assured he looks at this level, and of course at the next 2, back with the Blues for season 2015. And the line out is lost again. Advantage applying for Hawke's Bay. It'll be a short advantage, scrum advantage the call. Mike Fraser says it still applies. And we'll come back for the scrum. 7 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I don't understand when you're winning ball by throwing it to Rainmakers, why you change it in the last 7 minutes of the game. That's crucial.
That's 8 against the throw too. On the Counties Manukau line out, 8 against the throw. Hawke's Bay's exploited it brilliantly.
Seen a lot of this in the competition, especially when new hookers come on the field and the line-out call is to go long. You've got to give the hooker a chance to settle into the game. And when it comes to winning your line-out, when you've had a day at the office like Counties Manukau, forget the next play, just win your ball.
Boswell Wakefield, he's been impressive since he's come on.
Crouch!
Precious seconds chewed up here at scrum time for Counties Monaco. Israel Dagg.
No.
Let's have a discussion about the difference he's made to this team, Beaver, coming back into the side for the first time since 2011. I remember him on that day against Bay of Plenty as well.
Get a little bit closer.
He's been brilliant today, but he's probably done so much for the guys around him. The confidence that he would have installed in this backline and this whole team. He's obviously looked very dangerous. He's put wingers in two minds out there. They're turning in and helping their midfielders out because they're just not sure what Israel Dagg's going to do to them.
One try is not enough for Counties Monaco.
Steady.
Two penalties will do it. All they need is a draw. But if they score a try, they have got to convert. Hawke's Bay. Do they have all the aces at the moment? Here's Tongia. Abbott again. I can't believe the amount of work he's got through today. He has been spectacular for this Hawke's Bay side. The whole tight five has delivered. Eaton. Less than 6. And that is the margin of difference.
Roll away, Reed. No
Brendan
hands.
O'Connor. 2 tries today in the match. Back for Eaton. He's under pressure. Allardyce can't pick up. Vaipulu swarming over the ball.
Let it come.
Counties Monaco can't give away the penalty. That's the other consideration to make here.
12 on the side.
Outstanding win, one of their own.
Ball down.
Offensive penalty. And Kane Hansey gets on with the job. Here's the chance. Langi gets rid of Tongia. Dagg had to come up from fullback to make the tackle. Now he's rushing back. Alvar. In fact, the player is Bagshaw. Now the heat is on Hawke's Bay. Can they defend this Counties team? They have a bee in their bonnet with less than 5 on the clock. Kane Hansey. Again, it's Bagshaw. Ball is there for Hansey. The fight is on. No, Edmonds came through. He's given away the penalty. Well, big decision here. 3 points now. Gives them just 3 points for the draw and to retain the shield.
Well, what a passage of play. He's going for touch. It looks as though they've decided Stanley. And they're going to win. They want to win the shield back.
Yeah, their line-out hasn't been working too well, Matt, and he's overcooked it, I think. Well, no, touch says that's okay, but here another infringement. I thought that referee could have easily sent Edmonds to the bin on this occasion. He'd warned them that they'd given away enough penalties, but instead he's kept them at 15 players on the field.
Just the ground here. Wait for him to come to ground.
Well, this would be ironic if Counties Monaco were to win the shield with a line-out.
Got to go to Rainmakers, surely.
What a kick from Mike Stanley.
Hey. Relax. We can't get a call. Get your call sorted.
Sione Angaralangi, the replacement hooker.
Stop. Time's still off. We had a lot of blood here.
We've got a blood burn here. Jordan Taufua has been told to go to the touchline and
Word of
sort himself
advice,
out.
why don't you get the call to start with, okay?
Tim Nanai Williams at the back, captain.
4 minutes.
The pressure, they've been outstanding, Counties Manukau,
Right,
in
time's
terms of
going
their
on.
shield defences. First time ever, the pressure is on them.
Behind on the count, Counties Monaco. 4 minutes remaining and Rainmakers gives the money ball. Now they try to send a drive. Hawke's Bay. Mama Vaipulu has the ball at the back. Bagshaw comes around. And Hawke's Bay have managed to wade on through and split the ball. Mike Fraser, let's play continue. There's the
That's small, not coming out.
Hawke's Bay have defended the line-out drive. How many more twists in this tail?
3 to go. About 3.
Call that one. I think you could see that penalised in another situation, but Hawke's Bay have got away with it and maybe dodged the last big opportunity Counties might get here with 3 minutes to go.
Kane Hansey wanted to put the ball in. He thought it was his. Put in there. Vaipulu, nice. Geez, a good play there from him. He's been strong. Just fractured. Hawke's Bay came through, and that's where referee deemed it was a turnover. It was a maul. Stephen Donald on my left would disagree.
I'll be with Stephen Donald on that decision as well.
I just don't know how Allardyce got that far through. I mean, surely the call had to come and he had to get around them. There's outside the ball. Then the free kick.
Square and steady.
Counties Monaco not square at scrum time. Brendan Edmonds has plenty to say.
EI West just get rid of the ball for Hawke's Bay, out of that danger zone. 77 minutes coming up to the 2 minutes, just under 2.5 to go.
He kicks for touch and he makes sure his kick goes a long way, so Counties Monaco can't get on with it. Clever play, EI West.
But not a lot of territory.
I think by now they're backing their line out. A shade over 2 minutes remaining. You can feel the pressure in Pukekohe. You can probably feel the excitement across the Hawke's Bay.
Sack, first man's good.
They'll be yelling at the TV. Big charge for Frankie Hullai, makes good metres. Inside the 22, they pour again. This, you feel, is it for Counties Monaco. Can they muster the game-winning play? Tupu has it in midfield. Big run from him, gets over the top of Tom Parsons. Mike Stanley, he's taken down 15 out from the line. The Steelers through Hansey. Look to centre play, Mama Vaipolo. They have numbers out to the left. That's where they head. Ray Lilo caught in 2 minds on what he was doing and just got caught behind Radasia. Taufua buries the head again. 10 out from the line. Just over a minute to go. Ronnie Raymakers takes the next hitter. Hansey popping the ball and setting nicely. Counties Monaco, their big men want to go to work again.
1 minute to go.
Hawke's Bay get up, right up in Raymaker's face. Somehow he sets the ball, they'll look left. Chance for Nanai Williams. Sherwin Stowers. Good tackle made on him by Richard Buckman, and Buckman is in the fight. Hansey again. Vaipulu. Taken down on the tackle of Allardyce as we count down to 30 seconds to go. Stanley had to reach for it. Frank Hullai on the cut. The Steelers, how much do they want to keep the log of wood in Pukekohe? We are about to find out as Bundy Aki has a dig at the line. 14 phases on the play. Taufua again. Great defence from Hawke's Bay, great discipline. They set again. Heading left through Jimmy Tupu. The phase count keeps climbing. Kane Hansey can see it. He heads left again. Here's Stanley. Drops it off for Nanai Williams. And he gets jammed with the tackle of Brendan Edmonds. We took over their 80-minute mark. The siren goes. Counties Monaco have to make this pay. Can the Magpies hold them out? Ball is there for Hansey. Still no advantage. Raymakers.
No.
Hansey again. Popped it up for Angai Langi. 6 metres out from the line. Short of Taufua. Still they come, Counties Monaco. What a finish to the Shield game. Frankie Hullai. Held up in the tackle of Richard Buckman. Held up in the tackle of Buckman, but the penalty will come advantage.
No release. No release. Back 10.
No release on the tackle.
Tackle's made. Knees to the ground.
There's some mismatch opportunities there for Counties, but they're into it again through Hansey.
Now Angai Langi again. Takes play up to 5 metres. Here's Hansey. Now Lilo. Can they get a wide enough? Bagshaw cuts back in field. 1 minute out. We're a minute and a half over time. Counties Monaco using every second. What a finish this is. Hawke's Bay think they've got the turnover. No, they give away another penalty. Does Mike Fraser go to the pocket?
Everyone on the stand is standing at the moment. What a finish.
Lilo. Taken down, 4 out from the line. Hansey again. The ball control here from Counties Monaco has been extraordinary. Tim Nanai Williams captaining the side. He loses the ball. It's gone backwards, says the referee. Still they come. But it's wave after wave of the red, white and black. Angai Langi to Tupo, not forward by Tonga. That will be intentional.
Sorry? Number.
And Mike Fraser says penalty again, Hawke's Bay. 82 minutes on the clock, chance for Nuno Williams. And
Last
the ball's
feed
been
here,
ripped.
last.
Tim Nuno Williams has lost the ball in contact. Hawke's Bay have one play, and the Shield will be back in Napier. Eli West seals the deal.
Well, the Magpies, they have the Shield.
Congratulations, Hawke's Bay. Been a magnificent year for Counties.
Well, last year the Counties came and took the Shield 27-24. A lot of players in the Magpies would have been hurting, but look at the celebrations. The Renfrey Shield is coming back to Hawke's Bay tonight.
Jason Schumacher, so many games for the Magpies. His first crack at the Shield, he wins it. Israel Dag, his first time with the Shield. Jordan Taufua dejected. You can imagine the hurt in the hearts of these Counties Manukau boys. They have been very worthy holders of the Ranfurly Shield, but the rain comes to an end in the rain here at Pukekohe today.
Yeah, special mention to the Counties boys. Are brave in that second half, and what they've done for this union, this team, they've revitalised the union and made everyone very proud of what they've done.
Special moment for Brendan O'Connor. Special moment for this Magpie side. And what about Gareth Evans? Had the Shield taken from him by Hawke's Bay. A season later, he's in the Hawke's Bay side that takes it back from Counties Manukau.
Well, lots of special players. Ash Dixon, Allardyce, Abbott was superb. Evans, you've mentioned as well. Eaton and West, they were there last year. Andrew Horrell. I thought Fruin was strong tonight. You're right, Beaver. These guys have been special. What they've created up here in South Auckland. Outstanding from Counties Manukau.
For the second time in 2 seasons, Hawke's Bay are the rights holders of the Ranfurly Shield. We'll be back with all the post-match reaction right after this.
1.